Gentlemen, and welcome to Wits University. Please note that flash photography is not permitted during the ceremony. Kindly deactivate all cell phones and pages, as this interferes with the sensitive electronic equipment in the hall. Ladies and gentlemen, will the congregation please rise?
Mama Gaudeamus igitur juvenestum sumus. Gaudeamus igitur juvenestum sumus. Post jucundam juventutem, post molestam senetutem, nos habebitus. Nos habebitus. Vivat Academia, vivat professores, vivat Academia, vivat professores, vivat membrum qualibet, vivat membra qualibet. Semper siti flore, semper siti flore. Così sigeleli Africa, malu paganisu ponoloaio, isua imitana soietu. Così sigelela atina, lusa poluaio, Murena buluca si chabasa esu, ufedis et intuale marsueniero, usibuluke, si chabasa esu, si chabasa South Africa, South Africa. Die Blau van onze Himmel, die Diebte van ons Ziel, wordt ons hier verbergt, van die grootste antwoord hier. Sounds the call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for in South Africa.
Please take your seat.
Kiratile wane mute di sabe, sibono no sadi koti marame, wana tekale si sanya, moni tabatewe. Kiratile wane mute di sabe, sibono no sadi koti marame, wana tekale si sanya, moni tabatewe. Kiratile wane mute di sabe, sibono no sadi koti marame, wana tegale si sanya, moni tabatewe, tabatewe. sepono no sarikoti marame wana tegali sisanya na kimorita zewe tawa zewe
What a beautiful moment to celebrate your achievement. That was the Wits choir, a world-class choir that has performed across the world. And you saw one of the graduates is in fact a member of the choir, suggesting that Wits produces students who are all-rounders, who can think about business but can also participate in wonderful creative activities. So please do give a round of applause to our Wits choir. By virtue of the power vested in me as the acting Vice-Chancellor, I hereby constitute this congregation of the University of the Witwatersrand for the conferment of degrees and for the granting of diplomas. My name is Ruxana Osman. I'm the Senior Deputy Vice-Chancellor, representing the Vice-Chancellor today, who in fact sends his warm congratulations to all our graduates and thanks parents and families for joining today to celebrate the achievements of our students. I'm assisted this afternoon by my colleague, Professor Ian Jandrell, and in addition to that, I'm also assisted by the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Humanities, your Dean in fact, Professor Jason Cohen. And to celebrate your achievements, many members of the academic community from the faculty and across the university have joined to celebrate with you. We have the university registrar here, representatives from the Dean of Students, representatives from the SRC, and in fact from the convocation office of the university. It is often said that you don't remember much that was said at your graduation. And for those of you who are here with postgraduate degrees, you know that for a fact, right? You came here for your first degree and your second degree, and you don't remember anything that was said on that day. And I don't blame you, actually, because this is your day, and you need to just remember how you felt when you walked across. But I'm going to give you 2 facts that you will remember. The one is, you get to graduate in the year that this good university is celebrating 100 years of existence. So 100 years of being Wits University. And secondly, for those of you who've been walking around on campus attending classes, you may have noticed that the Wits Great Hall had a lot of scaffolding in front and you couldn't see much of it, right? So this is today, and this week, all of the graduations have happened in this Great Hall, which has just been opened on Monday, a fully renovated and revitalized Wits Great Hall. You'll see outside the iconic pillars that most of you take photographs with, so you get to graduate in the Wits Great Hall when it was revitalized and reimagined, looking as beautiful as it is. So I ask you, when you go outside, do turn around, look at the pillars, and you'll get a beautiful surprise. So 2 facts for you. You graduated in the year we turned 100, our 100th birthday, and you graduated inside of a hall that is 100 years old. So warm congratulations to all of you.
I call upon the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Commerce, Law and Management to present a candidate for an honorary degree.
Madam Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present Dr. Suresh Parbu Khanna for the degree of Doctor of Commerce, honoris causa. Suresh Khanna is among South Africa's most prominent and honored chartered accountants. He was CEO of PricewaterhouseCoopers, has served on various important committees in the profession, including as chairperson of the King Committee, and has been a key contributor to the theory and practice of institutional governance and accountability. He is an executive and non-executive director of companies, a contributor to the King Reports on Corporate Governance in South Africa, and the associated King Codes. Suresh was born in Sophiatown in 1955. His parents lost everything when they were displaced under the draconian Group Areas Act. He overcame these challenges with strong qualities of commitment, discipline, and perseverance, leading him to success, but also to assisting others where possible, such as in his role as trustee on the Tutuka Bursary Fund run through SAICA. Having completed his BCom degree, he joined Coopers in Leibrand, now PwC, in 1976, completed his honours degree from UNISA in 1978, and qualified as a chartered accountant in 1979. Despite the many instances of racial prejudice against him at the time, he persevered to become the first black professional to be admitted as a partner at only 31 years of age. During his 40-year career at PwC, he held leadership roles locally and internationally, including CEO and senior partner of PwC Africa, head of assurance, head of technical accounting, human capital leader, and member of the PwC Global Board and its Strategy Council. He led the firm to unprecedented growth while simultaneously transforming the practice significantly. Suresh retired from PwC in 2015. Over his career, Suresh has developed trusted relationships with listed companies, government, and regulators. He served as chairman of the South African Institute of Chartered Accountants, SAICA, and deputy chair of the Independent Board of Auditors, IRBA. He was appointed by the Minister of Finance in 1996 to serve on the boards of appeal of the Pensions Fund Act, the Unit Trust Control Act, and the Stock Exchanges Control Act, and a member of the Government Accounting Standards Board. In 2014, the Minister of Trade and Industry appointed Suresh as chair of the Financial Reporting Standards Council, the body responsible for setting accounting standards for public companies and state-owned entities in South Africa. He is currently a trustee of the International Financial Reporting Standards Foundation that oversees the setting of global accounting standards. He is also the co-author with Professor Jeff Everingham of Corporate Reporting, a publication that focuses on excellence in financial reporting. These very important bodies within the profession pave the way and the thinking of the future of the profession. Suresh has always been extremely active in any position that he has held, and of the strong view that if he did not contribute in a meaningful way, he should not be there. Suresh served as the South African representative to the International Audit and Assurance Standards Board of the International Federation of Accountants for 3 consecutive 3-year terms. In this role, he spearheaded the adoption of international auditing standards in South Africa to underpin the credibility of the profession and to encourage foreign investment in South Africa. He has worked closely with both SAICA and IRBA to shape the auditing and accounting standards used in South Africa and the education syllabus for young accountants. He has been a member of the King Committee on Corporate Governance for over 18 years and was elected as chairman of the King Committee. The King Code, in its successive iterations, has remained at the forefront of global governance developments, preserving its proactive and aspirational character. It has also influenced the development of specific legislation, specifically the New Companies Act 2008. In unison, the foundational principles of the King Code and the New Companies Act centralize the integral role of business in society and the moral and ethical precepts of corporate citizenship and sustainability. He is Deputy Chair of the Integrated Reporting Committee of South Africa, an organization at the forefront of global developments in setting and implementing the international framework for integrated reporting, under the auspices of the International Integrated Reporting Council. Integrated reporting is gaining ground as a new form of accountability, mandatory in South Africa, and which requires companies to report strategically and holistically on the value they create and the impact they have on 6 forms of capital, not only financial capital, but also human and intellectual capital, manufactured capital, and social and natural capital. Suresh currently serves as chairman and non-executive director of a number of listed companies in South Africa and the United Kingdom. He is chairman of the Audit Committee of the United Nations World Food Programme based in Rome, overseeing the effectiveness, efficiency, and economy of its global operations. The WFP aims at achieving zero hunger by 2030, and for example, in 2018, provided food assistance to 94 million people in 83 countries, including the provision of emergency food aid in Syria, Yemen, Myanmar, Iraq, South Sudan, West Africa, and the Central African Republic. He provides oversight over WFP's school feeding program that delivers food assistance to 19 million school children each day in over 65,000 schools across the globe. He is a trustee of the Constitutional Court Trust that was established soon after South Africa's transition to democracy. The CCT exists to promote human rights, the rule of law, constitutionalism, and judicial independence in the Africa region. It does so through artistic expression, legal scholarships and exchange programs, public education, and library initiatives. Suresh holds a Master of Commerce degree from Wits and has a long-standing relationship with Wits through his association with the School of Accountancy. He has always contributed to the school in his capacity within PwC and continues to support the school and the university in his personal capacity. It is therefore befitting that the University of the Witwatersrand, Johannesburg, honors him by awarding him an honorary doctorate degree. Madam Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Commerce, honoris causa, on Suresh Parbu Khanna.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Commerce, honoris causa, on Suresh Parbu Khanna. I now call upon Dr. Kana to make the graduation speech. So call upon you.
Firstly, thank you, Professor Thank you, Professor Cohen, for that very kind introduction. Senior Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Osman, Acting Dean of the Faculty of Commerce, Law and Management, Professor Cohen, members of academia that are here today, distinguished guests, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you. It is a great pleasure and privilege for me to stand before you today in acceptance of the honor bestowed on me for following my passion over my professional career, and that is to make a difference to society using my core experience as a chartered accountant. And that I've been asked to come and say a few words this afternoon to you and share some thoughts with you is a great privilege. Up front, I'd like to thank my wife, Kalpana, that's sitting right in front, and our children, as the tribute I'm receiving today would have been impossible without your love and support and the insights that you provided to me to ensure that I remain focused and relevant at all times. I'm truly grateful to you all. A heartfelt thanks to all my friends for the support that they have given me over the years, and I'm truly blessed for such a strong support structure. Now, before I go and continue, let's just highlight how special this day is for all of you. Give yourselves a pat on the back. You've all made it. Your late nights and sacrifices have all paid off. The University of Witwatersrand is one of the top universities on the African continent, and it is a fantastic launchpad to build the rest of your career. A few decades ago, and I say decades, I was in your shoes. I was the first and only child out of 5 children to attend university. My family was in deep poverty, and we were struggling hugely under the dark burden of apartheid. However, my mum, who had no formal education, always said to me in our own vernacular, and she used to say to me, "We are never defined by the conditions we face, no matter how challenging they may seem. We are defined by the way we respond to it." This was my lifelong lesson. And whilst I was a little boy born in Sophiatown, brought up during the darkest history of our country, my mother's advice has powered me to stand my ground on all the local and international roles that I've had. So thank you, Mum. I know you're not around, but I know you're in a good place. And I'm sure you're proud of me today. I can still remember my first graduation, and the Vice-Chancellor said that you wouldn't remember your graduations, but I do remember my first graduation. Because I was bold, I was bright-eyed, focused, and proud to be part of a community of destiny and responsibility. I'm sure you all feel that way today, ready to make a difference to your life, to your families, your communities, and the world. I truly congratulate you all. I wish you and your families all the very best. I know families, because that is the family commitment to get somebody through an education, and lots of sacrifices go through with that. And I'm sure a lot of parents here would be sharing and feeling proud of you today. Now, beyond that little fun fact, you are now part of a very privileged society. 6.7% of the people worldwide have completed a 4-year degree. And this means that as far as your education is concerned, you are now ahead of 7.5 billion people worldwide. So as you sit here celebrating this lovely atmosphere this afternoon, let that sink in your mind for a moment and really cherish this moment. It's fantastic that you've all made it here, degree completed, and ready to lead South Africa and the world into the future. And I really, really do applaud your achievement. Now, education comes with power, and it comes with responsibility. Now, let's see what you do with your career. I would like to share with you a slightly Africanized and maybe a modernized version of a poem by John Donne, written some 400 years ago. Now, it is a poem that always inspires me and gives me direction, one which I feel is particularly relevant to us currently. And it is titled, "No Person is an Island." And I'll give you an extract of the poem. No person is an island entire of itself. Every person is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. If a clod be washed away by the sea, Africa and South Africa is the less. Any person's death diminishes me because I am involved in mankind and therefore never send to know for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee. So this poem highlights our interconnectedness, irrespective of race, religion, and beliefs. It highlights the personal and collective responsibility that we must all shoulder to make our homes, our communities, our country, and the world a better place. We are living in a time of tectonic change. We are moving from a chain of command world to a web of connection. We are moving from a world of competition to a world of collaboration. We are moving from a world of markets to a world of networks. We are moving from an era where employees were treated as a resource to being treated as true human capital with ambitions for growth and development. And we are moving from an era of greed to green, with great concerns about climate change and the loss of biodiversity. Now, the world is in a parlous state when it comes to peace and stability. As we all know, food is a basic need. With my work at the United Nations World Food Programme, I've become more and more concerned about the increased armed conflict and tension between many countries and nations, and hunger being used as a weapon of war and conflict. When I joined the United Nations World Food Programme in 2015 as the chair of its independent oversight committee of all its worldwide operations, the World Food Programme provided support to some 82 million people every year across the globe. Today, we provide food support to more than 140 million people across the globe. We also classify emergencies in terms of their intensity. When I joined, we had 7 what we call L3s, which are the most severe and intensive areas of food insecurity. Today, we have 17 and a long list of L2s. And whilst the World Food Programme has been lauded through the award of the Nobel Peace Prize in 2020 for its efforts to combat hunger and for acting as a driving force to prevent the use of hunger as a weapon of war and conflict, we have only reached 130 million people. Food security is currently affecting some 850 million people across the globe, including here in South Africa. There are now more food insecure people in the world than ever before. Instability, conflict, climate change, loss of biodiversity, COVID, and social tensions are key contributors and defining issues of our time. Now, while these tectonic shifts are taking place globally, we must align these to our local challenges. The need for strong economic growth to fuel the transformation of our economy and society has never been more critical. Over the past 20 years, South Africa's GDP has increased by about 400%. However, during the same period, global GDP has rocketed by some 800%. Also, our population growth has been faster than our economic growth, so we have clearly fallen behind. The past 20 years has been such a mixed bag for our country. We achieved such an incredible triumph over systematic segregation, yet to be brought down to our knees by systematic corruption. Corruption is at its root another burdensome tax on citizens. The poor get poorer, and the vulnerable members of our society slide further into irreversible poverty. If left unattended, this does not make for a peaceful and sustainable country. And we just saw that of what happened in KZN last year. And as South Africans, we simply cannot just stand by and look at it. As John Donne says, all things affect everyone. So with that context, I'd like to share with you 5 perspectives I'd like to share with you as young graduates for you to take with you and think about. These have worked well for me during my career, and I'm sure it would do likewise for you. And do with them what you will do for the next 2 or 3 decades. Your life and your country will be yours to mold. Then you will have to live with the results and pass them down to whatever you made of them to your children. And I pray that it is something bright, something that just does justice to the beauty latent within our country. So firstly, I would say, always focus on building a better South Africa. As South Africans, we must move towards a country that is a truly non-racial, democratic society on the ground, where competence and excellence are key currencies. Meaningful empowerment is the only way to move forward to achieve an equitable society. This takes time, but I trust you will all commit to this objective. As future leaders, I beg of you, don't allow parts of our society to become invisible. Support those who are developing. Help them climb the ladder as well. The alumnus sitting here today can be the tide that lifts all boats. Secondly, promote peace and stability. As future leaders and decision makers, you have a key role in promoting peace and stability. Peace and stability are best built bottom up through sound relationships based on trust, empathy, and collegiality. Be careful to judge and take sides. Promote meaningful dialogue between the differing views of stakeholders and assist in de-escalating tensions. Contribute to peace by creating strong ties in your community of influential people and work together. Thirdly, I would say, have ambition. We need you, the youth, to have ambition, drive. The kind of drive and intensity that frightens the elderly because of its raw power and resolve. South Africa needs the fire that is burning within you. Wake up every day with a drive as for the next 2 or 3 decades, this world is yours. You are in charge. That is your moment. And have the fire to stay resolute even when it feels overwhelming. And as they say, the gift of youth is being able to get knocked but keep getting up. Seemingly invincible, wanting more. And as they say again, fall 7 times, stand up 8 times. This is the essence of resiliency and ambition. Fourthly, I'll say, you don't need a 30-year blueprint to make an impact. Notice none of what I've said so far is talking about what you should do exactly now in your life. It's all about you having a spirit of seeking and finding what will bring your life true meaning. I wanted to study medicine, but the race-based policies of the universities didn't allow me to follow my ambition. But I studied another course, and that did not change my desire to make a meaningful contribution to society. Seek novelty, therefore, ground yourself, and you will give yourself the courage to change the world around you. And it's amazing. The dots will connect itself in ways you just don't understand. And lastly, commit to lifelong learning. Learning is not just about your technical skills. It's about emotional development of who you are as a person. Remember, babies come into this world with one skill, and that is to learn. So don't ever forget or lose that ability to learn and grow, both mentally and emotionally. These are your greatest gifts. So never stop learning and read widely. So to conclude, whilst there are huge challenges, so there are opportunities. Take risks, find your purpose, focus on solutions, and get things done. Also remember, it is always easier to criticize and focus on problems. But your leadership must come from your ability to engage collectively towards solutions to address problems. In many aspects, you are already in the eye of the storm. You will be witnessing a great transformation of our world and its priorities. So prepare to lead. I started with a poem, so let me end with it. Remember, no man is an island, entire of itself. A lack of peace and stability affects me, it affects you. Societal and moral degradation affects me, it affects you. Climate change affects me, it affects you. A lack of education and poverty affects me, it affects you. Corruption affects me, it also affects you. We all share a common destiny and a collective destiny. So what has been the proposition of visionaries and poets like John Donne over the ages becomes something we have to really take seriously. For John Donne, it was a recommendation of morality. For us today, it is a loud call for action to work together for world peace, to protect our planet, to ensure inclusiveness for all, and to maintain the highest levels of personal and professional integrity. And finally, my fellow graduates, I salute each one of you, and with you go my fondest hopes for your happiness and immense success in all that you do. You are the best and the brightest amongst your generation. Your energy inspires hope amongst us. Remember, you are the future. You will show us what the future looks like. I am confident that you have everything you need inside and all around you to make a bright and successful future. Look forward to that future now that you have graduated and moving on to your next big goal. Have the courage to go straight into the eye of the storm. Be bold, be ambitious about turning crises into opportunities. Whatever your next goal is, make sure it counts, because you did not come this far only to come this far. Congratulations on your monumental achievement. Thank you very much.
Dr. Kana, thank you for that wonderful speech with the core message which says, go out there and make a difference. So the one thing I want to remind our graduates, in our 100th year, the year of our birthday, we have recommitted ourselves to Wits for good, the idea that Wits will serve and stand for good, and hopefully each of our graduates go out there and do good. Today, candidates will be presented for degrees and diplomas in the Faculty of Commerce, Law, and Management. I confer degrees and grant diplomas on persons whose names appear in the graduation program today.
I call upon the Acting Dean of Commerce, Law, and Management to present candidates for degrees and diplomas.
Madam Acting Vice-Chancellor, as Acting Dean of the Faculty of Commerce, Law and Management, I have the honour to present candidates for degrees. Madam Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration. Pule Liotle. Palesa Mahange. Katlejo Makwale. Sanele Maluleke. Zelda Manuel. Machlochonolo Mashile. Vuavo Munyai. Valela Khadebe. Mfanafuti Shongwe. Tini Qaba. Nobert Zwausche. Kiara Bedesi with distinction. Madam Acting Vice-Chancellor, these are candidates I'm presenting for the degree of Master of Management. Catherine Bogle. Henry Cook. Lazola Dabula. Claudette Greaves. Sarah Hamuda. Medas Chlebela. Tando Juklu. Dimitri Kumalo. Shanice Lachman. Mesuli Makozoma. Elizabeth Machlachi. Kelelo Maja. Tandi Makubele. Tobile Maposa. Kotatso Masinga. Chuancho Matsena with distinction. Nonsikilelo Mazibuko. Lowella Moeti. Karen Morkel. Pumza Mtetwa. Nadine Munsami. Denaline Naidu. Mandlakayise Ndima. Fana Njomo. Nazaro Novella. Nitesh Ramatar. Desmond Ramruthan. Zanele Ratsoga. Nokupiwa Sejalo. Bruce Shabangu. Mandlenkosi Sibindi. Kola Stock. Anati Stofile. Setebatebe Chifularo. Spusiso Stuma. Alice Wong with distinction. Siviwe Klekwana. Nyasha Zhao. Madam Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present a candidate for the degree of Master of Management in Entrepreneurship and New Venture Creation. I'm sorry, for the Master of Management in Finance and Investment. Benny Malepane. Abubakar Malima. Ahmed Mullah. Spusiso Mvelase. Kudzai Nyangoni. David Allen with distinction. Madam Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present candidates for the Postgraduate Diploma in Business Administration. Nkabele Afiri. Tamlin Ati with distinction. Tandolwetu Bakumeni. Tabizolo Benjamin. Tenjiwe Bayise. Daniel Biekele. Kolani Bonani. Elvin Vuma. Michael Collier. Sebolelo Dlomo. Mamojo Dikale. Chanel Frankel. Rishana Gaju. Lutendo Gete. Anant Hadebe. Tabiso Khlachwayo. Tsakani Klongwane. Marcel Horn. Marine Jalilzadeh Koi. Tabang Kekana. Ayanda Kwate. Bradley Causa. Komotso Lekroane. Tyrone Leroux. Elelwani Madzie. Maselepe Maisela. Lebochang Maila. Masilu Makura. Mabolokwa Makosholo. Dineo Makuru. Selo Malatsi. Keribone Maluleke. Blessing Mamedzi. Tlolochelo Mamecha. Lugisani Managa. Hombisa Manakaza. Sean Mantle. Fariso Mapari. Boipelo Matodlana. Koena Matobako. Andrew Matsimela. Nomapelo Mbasa. Hetani Mbalati. Kliluva Mbuyisa. Aisha Missy. Boikutso Mutluane. Samuel Mnisi. Morwamadi Mwasa. Halefele Mudau. Selo Mofolo. Nonklankla Mokosi with distinction. Tandeka Mokwena. Lekawe Molusi. Nkanyeleni Moraba. Ketumetse Moroe. Carabello Mosia. Sipiwe Mosiane with distinction. Matapelo Mataung. Vincent Motabela. Motlalepula Motiang with distinction. Kenale Mang Mochwaidi. Nkamocheleng Mpakanyane. Patuchezo Moelelwa. Tondani Mukona. Lucy Mvula. Tiara Niker. Lufuno Ndao. Nonklankla Ndumdum. Chililo Nefale. Nduduso Ngamu. Mosule Nko Loa. Mpendulo Ngubeni. Prudence Nklapo. Sikuleli Nkosi. Yandisa Nondonga. Timothy Nsubuga Mukasa. Tipailo Ntamane. Cora Umalo. Nongizele Nyati. Christopher Ohior. Malika Peterson. Moitswaodi Pago. Narita Persad. Shadrach Ralau. Kolofelo Ramafemo. Michael Ramatapa. Avinesh Rambaran. Wotlohi Ramoshebi. Nazrana Rasul Sankar. Unati Roche. Warren Scorgi with distinction. Sonwabile Sigenu. Musa Silali. Pulelani Silwana. Bontle Sitole. Henriette Sprate. Komotso Tefo. Pedro Tembe. Elaine Thomas. Clivia Ulant. Mervyn van Vuren. Jean Vermeulen. Chiekai Yang. Busisiwe Zitumane. Malungelo Zwane. Madam Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present candidates for the postgraduate diploma in management. Chilidzi Dangale. Nolutando Gueba. Tabang Lenswane. Rechomiditse Mafikeng. Rebecca Mahaule. Twana Machlangu. Mochidisi Manzini with distinction. Bakize Mkize. Gift Mobe. Annie Mohale. Peter Mokomele. Elizabeth Molaba. Lelentle Motaung. Nondumiso Motlala. Muketwa Muneri. Nhlankla Ndlovu. Fizile Nkomo. Agricia Nkuna. Celeste Pillay. Oliver Ribeiro. Chiodiretse Sechosapelo. Shatadi Siota. Melusi Sibisi. Mocheke Toka. Pule Chale. Mario Foslu. Madam Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present candidates for the postgraduate diploma in public management. Lungile Ledwaba. Sebetlela Mokesi. Trevin Oliphant. Precious Saia. Mabel Sibande. Notile Zulu.
I now call upon the Acting President of Convocation to say a few words to the graduates and diplomates.
Good day, Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, our newly inaugurated doctor, honored guests, members of our esteemed senior executive team, academic staff, and special welcome to our graduates. My name is Arase Elo Muiteki. I'm an academic at Wits, but today I join you as the acting president of the Wits Convocation Executive. Graduates, there are a few defining moments in life, and it is without doubt that graduation is one of them. Today, you enter the world of the graduate from one of the top universities on the African continent, by far. You enter into the world filled with many challenges, but a world that is also filled with limitless possibilities. At Wits, we hope you met all the challenges and opportunities with pride, drive, passion, innovation, social conscience, and positive purpose. In addition to earning the degree conferred upon you today, you have also earned the right to be associated with a special group of individuals, the Convocation of the Wits University. Convocation represents all degreed graduates of Wits and form a vital link between the university and the global community in which it operates. Membership to Convocation is free and serves as an official channel allowing you, the member, to convey to the university management your views about the university. This membership comes with several unique privileges, which include nominating the Chancellor of the university. The Convocation Executive has 2 members on the Wits Council, which is the governing body or the highest governing body of the university, and maintains other regular contact with the university to ensure the voice of the Convocation is represented at the highest levels of the university. There are approximately 250,000 Wits alumni worldwide. And the distinction of our university is important to give prestige of our collective qualification. Therefore, we call upon you to nurture and enhance the value of your degree by promoting Wits' image, preserving our values, contributing towards our ongoing development, ensuring that we grow in stature as a global, competitive, proudly South African Institute of Higher Learning. Now, while we certainly focus today attention on our newest graduates, it is also fitting to recognize those that have helped our graduates through their academic career. Many of you have been supported financially, emotionally, some of you getting home 2 o'clock in the morning and finding your spouse having made a meal for you that early in the morning. Many of you, and likely that all have been supported with a great deal of encouragement when some of you lost hope during those times when assignments, you couldn't even start the first paragraph of the assignment. Graduates, in your hand, you hold the great gift of education. May I request you, the graduates, to stand up and turn to your left. Lift your scrolls high into the air and wave to the people who supported you through all these years. And whilst you are standing, in front of you sits the academic staff that guided you through your journey at Wits. Please remain standing and let us take the opportunity to extend thanks to the Wits academic staff. Again, please wave to the staff. Thank you very much. You may be seated. And I could tell by the noise who comes from what province of this country. As you arrive today, you would have received the graduate exit survey. Please ensure that you complete it and promote us with your updated email details so we can remain in contact. This survey will take you about 5 minutes to complete. You will and will assist in informing university policies and plans. We look forward to checking out all your social media posts to see how you are celebrating your graduations. Please use the hashtag #VetsForLife. Please remain in contact with us, follow us on our major social media platforms, and join us for discussions, debates, and updates on the LinkedIn. Wishing you the very best of luck in your future pursuit. We hope you make us proud, and whatever you do, remember, or just remember, you got your edge from Wits. I thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Acting President, for those important messages. I ask you also to post the new Great Wall as you go outside. And do consider joining the convocation. It's for free. Mahala is very little you'll get for free, so please do that. Graduates, colleagues, and guests, this concludes the proceedings for today. And now, by virtue of the power vested in me as the acting Vice-Chancellor, I hereby dissolve this congregation of the University of the Witwatersrand. Thank you very much for joining us today. I ask you to rise when the procession leaves the hall. Thank you.
Again.